Barak Yahweh Alam. Shalom, righteous family. Welcome back to TRU-TALK. And how can I put this? Let me introduce y'all to the new Black Panther Party.
On behalf of the Black Panther Party, well, this cop is a good cop and this cop is a good cop. Once they to the slave catcher patrol, and I take it, they call it police officers now, but their name is slave catcher patrol. That's what they is. That's what they always have been. Every black officer out there, shame on you. You know how the black police officer came into fruition?
Ma'am.
Now we see the Black Panther Party got Asian girl, like a kind of heavy set black woman that didn't have no outfit on, a white dude in the corner, another white dude, a white girl with like a army outfit, another white girl. I think she had like another white girl kind of like an army outfit. Now we see this dude on the stream. He's been doing live and videos trying to uh, explain the party and who they are. And this is the second video he made about, you know, how the Black Panther fought for everybody. But let's just hear him out right quick.
People, I'm Chairman Paul Burton from the Black Panther Party for Self-Defense. I want to address a couple things. Thing number one, I see a lot of people asking why the Black Panthers are going up against ICE for the immigrants. Well, I want to tell you something. The Black Panther Party is not a black nationalist organization. The new Black Panther Party might be. I'm not sure. The Revolutionary Black Panther Party might be. Any of these variations of Black Panther parties might be. But the Black Panther Party for Self-Defense, the one that Huey Newton started with Bobby Seale, is an internationalist organization that stands as allies with oppressed people no matter what their ethnic background is, no matter what their cultural background is.
When are black people gonna stop?
Now, for somebody like myself who has admired the Black Panther Party of our ancestors, who has been inspired by them, who has delighted in their grit, their pride, their boldness, their relentlessness, their love for their community, their people, and oppressed people and all. And he's right and wrong because, as we know, a half truth is a whole lie, and we got to make sense of this. Yes, the Black Panther Party started the Rainbow Coalition. If you understand the Black Panther Party, they was getting all the oppressed people together, whether they was poor whites, poor Chinese, poor Mexicans, poor Latinos, and the Black Panther Party started the Rainbow Coalition, separate from the Black Panther Party, but it was a branch of it because as civil rights and has it always been from the beginning, our people don't just fight for ourselves. We fight for everybody because we fight for humanity. We fight for freedom to everybody. I forgot that saying, Malcolm X quote. I forgot who said it, but it says, "Oppress people anywhere," or my bad, it's injustice anywhere. It's injustice everywhere. That we allow for injustice to go on in any part or towards any people, then it's like setting a wildfire. It's gonna spread. So yes, our people, as we always do, we just didn't fight for ourselves. We fought for everybody, humanity, and right to be able to stand up. But the key point that I don't think he understands that our people are saying. See, the Black Panther groups, the Black Panther group was what we call grassroots. Those young men, young Hebrew black men that started the group was in their 19s and 20s. That came from the ghettos, came from the project, came from the inner cities to struggle. And it was they didn't go to the white neighborhood first. They didn't go to the Chinese neighborhood. They started in their neighborhood first. And when they got the party together and they fought for their people first. So yes, in a sense, they was for their people before they was for anybody else because you gotta be. Now, how is there a Black Panther party and black people don't know nothing about it? We never seen them marching around the hood. We never seen them doing anything. Through these years when George Floyd was shot down, what was the Black Panther party? When the other lady, I can't think of her name. That's why we say their name. When she got shot down her house by the police, what was his bold talk then? What was his put a hole bigger than a window talk then? If I'm not mistaken, by a year and a half ago, it was the KK in uh, Tennessee came in swarms of groups, and it was a couple of black men's group Fred didn't have no affiliation that went out there to stand to protect the community. What was the Black Panther then? What was this party to protect the oppressed? What people is more oppressed than the so-called Negroes in America, the Hebrew Israelites in America? So how you gonna when you first pop up when you now they getting fame? This new Black Panther Party ain't never been seen, but now since this lesbian white woman got shot, and may she rest in peace. We don't want nobody to die. But all of a sudden now they pop out and talking big talk, talking about they uh, controlling their community, fighting against the pigs. Brother, the war has been since the 80s when they shot up the man that he mentioned. When they shot up Hooger in his apartment, what? And you got the nerve to say we more aggressive. See, the people that really got out there and fought, what they don't tell you, and that's why, the Black Panther Party is one of the, to me, it's so many sad, historic moments to our people. But a lot of those people are in jail for life. A lot of those people had to go on a run and had to leave their family and couldn't return back because they was wanted not by the police but by the government of the United States. Said they was terrorism and put a hit lit house on them. And it was free kill for if you was a Black Panther Party. When all these people wanted to do was to bring people together and fight against the oppression of the government for not just they people but all people. And not to mention, they don't never bring up that if you anywhere in America and you got free lunch or you got feed the kid or you got free breakfast, that's only because the Black Panther Party. The Black Panther was doing that with no government assistance. They was feeding children in the hood. They had this breakfast program where people was put together their own money in the community and they'll go and this have this kitchen space and they'll bake breakfast for the kids that didn't eat food. That maybe their mom was hard at work and they believe that every kid should be able to at least have breakfast to start their day. And that's where the feed the kid and the free lunch and feed the kids and breakfast program in school came from I don't know if they did it as an honor of him or just taking his idea and mocking him, but that's where this whole thing started. But if you let them tell the story, everybody you ask, they think the Black Panther was this off the edge rebel group that was shooting up polices. How they painted them in the news, how they, the famous saying, if you don't be careful, the media and the news will have you hating the innocent and loving the guilty, have you fighting against the oppressed and fighting for the oppressor. The way they'll deceive you in the news, and it's no different back then. They had PR, they had news coverage that was deception, and they painted the Black Panther as a radical terrorist group, and that stain still follow them still to this day. If you never looked into it or done research, even black people think that the Panther was just some radical group that black people got together and wanted to shoot up police and take down the government. But I think what we all don't need to forget how the Black Panthers were brought down. The same way they killed Malcolm X and Martin Luther King from the inside out. So-called people that looked like them, that was co-ops working for the CIA, where they came up with the word Cointelpro, where these people that they'll get from out of jail, our own people that was facing years, and say, hey, you can be free. Not only free, we'll put you on the payroll. We'll give you every month. We'll give you $2,000, $3,000, however they pay you. But we need for you to do these jobs. And if you don't do it and report to us, then you going back in the slumber you go. And even worse, probably even threaten their life. And these people will join these parties and not only report back to what was going on inside the party, but was used to corrupt the party and were used to allow for to influence the party, because they couldn't just, they had to have something on them, so they'll use these people to influence certain people in the party to commit crimes or try to get them to set up with buy guns, to just try to motivate them to commit crimes, or do something to get something on them. They'll even try to make them uh, do drugs, or trying to find some type of weakness. Like if you read, it's a whole bunch of stuff they used to do. Try to get them with prostituting women, anything to get them locked up or get them killed. And excuse me, that they'll have these uh, secret agents, these spies, these uh, Judas in the camp. They'll say, hey man, take this pot over there, take this crack rock, and try to get them to smoke it. To try to get them on this heroin. And they'll get a lot of, and they were successful. Got a lot of the Black Panthers and other people hooked on heroin through this one dude that was CIA, that his job was coming there to get people to hooked on heroin, because they had to weaken it. Now if we can lock this person up for heroin, we can get him on our team, or if we can lock him up for heroin, we can put his face on the news and say these people are just drug addicts. That they not really fighting for the community. He got caught with this, so they are just criminal and drug addicts. Like all type of tactics they use. And I believe it was the speech that said, that, and I believe it was one the Black Panthers made, said that, and I believe it was Houghton. He said that once we gone, they seen the effects. He said we don't have no head. That's why Black Panther was so powerful. They had different groups, and there was like no one person. He was like, if you take me down, There's gonna be somebody that rise up. But he spoke it out of his own mouth. He said that they seeing that. He said that it ain't gonna be no more groups like us no more. It's gonna be the government making groups like us because they see how powerful we are. And the only way they're gonna be able to offset or confuse people is to make like they fighting for the people and make groups like us, make groups like this, just make like they fighting for the people, but all along they on the government side. And this is what this screen right here. Get your feelings out of it, get your emotions out of it. You can see the spirit ain't there. You can like if you got the spirit, you can know that the spirit of the Black Panther is not on these people. The spirit of the grassroots of what these young men that start this group really was fighting for, really to to eradicate oppression and oppression people. These are not what these people are doing. These people has not been out here fighting for nobody. But it's the white stays. It's the right time for them to pop up. And you know who are happy. Oh yeah, the Black Panther, the same people that they ancestors and stuff was looking down on the Black Panthers and saying they need to lock them up. Oh, the Black Panthers, they on our side now. Yes, they back. Yeah, yeah. They we can use let them shoot it out with the police. Let them. Nah, family. Look, you can fool most of us sometimes, but you can't fool of all of us all the time. And I'm not being fooled by this quote unquote Black Panther Party that for 20, 30 something years has done nothing for nobody. Nobody never heard of them. But all of a sudden, when this big thing with ICE going on, they pop out and they gonna defend people and they using the eradicate. Well, the original Black Panther fought for everybody. Yeah, but they fought for their people first, and they really did put work in the community with their people on the front line. Y'all hadn't been there. Miss me with that. It's really insulting. It's really insulting. And if I could, man, if I was able to meet one of these dudes in person, I smack just for the disrespect, just for trying to play in our faces. Real recognize real, man. This ain't no Black Panther Party. They ain't the same Black Panther Party that's a little bit more aggressive. This is a joke. This is a government op. This is a PR. He keep making videos like this. Where are the videos of you standing on the line protecting any of our people before ICE came? I rest my case. But as always, let Yah be true and every man a lie. Till next time, Shalom.